guys. It's been a while since we posted, which we do
I don't really apologize, but oops. Oops to ourselves because we put ourselves on the schedule to have certain things done by a certain time, but time has been going by quickly.
not. Yeah, it's not been lenient whatsoever.
Yeah.
Not
It's
lenient
June
whatsoever.
already, guys. Oh
Bruh,
my
June is
god.
almost over.
When I had a retrograde, when I had so many different lunar moons, the moon has restarted itself like 1,000 times this year. So if you ain't got it together, then now it's the time to get it together. So today is
Our season
assessment day.
finale, which is normally our assessment day, our reevaluation of the relationship. Trying to see
We
how
did
things
not.
have changed and
Did we practice or get any? We didn't practice, of course. This is definitely off the fly. Do we have any questions for our assessment? I think last time we had a game or something.
yeah, we did. This is just random.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this is the free balling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
not a great choice of words. Free
No,
balling.
no, it's fine. I think they get the point.
Free balling. You know,
The point made very
free
clear.
balling. You know.
Let it all hang out.
Yeah. So what you think?
I think that we got married on April the 8th, and it was our 3rd-year anniversary of us being together. And
whichever was funny thing ever.
yeah, we weren't paying attention and it just happened. So apparently it was destined. We have been doing pretty good. We've been definitely busy with married life, making it work, taking it one day at a time. We've had, I don't know, we've had a few challenges or struggles, but
that's common.
That's common. We work through them. We talk
I don't see it as being bad. And I would think it would be bad if we couldn't talk it out or wouldn't make room to work it out.
I'm excited that he's my friend first and always. That we're friends first and always. We definitely talk about a lot of things, as we should.
Yeah.
If we didn't, then something definitely would be wrong.
I think that is actually the worst part of the whole issue of relationships, marriages, especially that
people don't actually communicate.
Talk. Yeah, they don't communicate unless it's in the bed eating, and arguments.
I don't communicate in bed. I be asleep. I be tired. Why are you staring at me like that? Oh my gosh. Okay, so how do you feel about married life since April the 8th? Was it just paperwork to solidify it for you, or did it really feel different?
We should probably get a lot of slack for this, when people hear it or whatnot,
That's their opinion.
Oh yeah, you already know this.
I'm asking because I want your honest opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh, okay.
No, again, I preach this every day. Every morning I get up is a even more deep and excitement of I have another day of this. It's an exciting moment.
Okay. I was gonna say, is this good, exciting, bad, or not?
No, it's a good excitement.
Oh, he was ready for. Oh yeah, he definitely was ready for the beginning. I was the hard-headed, resistant one.
And I'm still ready. You guys may hear a fan or some noises in the background. Again, we're outside, and
you're
it's kind
fine.
of heated.
We know who you were talking about.
And but
yeah, that's true. I did give you a hard time, so I guess it would be me that would have to give an honest opinion.
but I've told you that. But again, I still had to be patient though.
Yeah.
So regardless of you being not ready at the moment, I had to be ready for you not being ready and ready for when you were ready.
And I did let you know and communicate to you when I was ready, when I wasn't ready, communicating what was going on, letting you know how I felt about things.
You did not tell me when you was ready.
I know.
You did not tell me. You just said,
But
"Hey."
you do know
You
that
said,
when I
"Hey, come on."
did, do know that when I did say, well, hell, let's go ahead and do it. He wasted absolutely no time. He hurried up and dialed the number on the phone to the courthouse to find out what date y'all got. What's the earliest? And
Don't throw me on the bus like
you know,
that,
it was
man.
again. It was just funny that the date we picked was actually our anniversary date, and we had no idea
Until later.
until
I'm looking
maybe a
at.
week
Yeah.
before.
Well, oh yeah.
I
About a
think
week
he
before,
was
I was
looking
looking at
through
some
his
pictures.
pictures, and he was like, "Oh, did you? Why did you pick this date?" And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I forgot we had
"What date?
called.
What are you talking
I forgot we
about?
had called.
What date? I don't know." I was like, "Well, they told us the end of April was booked, and the 1st of April was it, and we were pushing to go ahead and get it done then, because we were like, shoot, what are we waiting
Waiting for.
for? Tomorrow may not come, it may not be promised." I had heard a couple of sad stories about um, a couple in Atlanta that both were killed in a car accident right before a week before their wedding, and I was just like, I don't want that to happen to us, even though anything can happen at any moment at any time. Let's go ahead and make plans and get it set up and just go for it. We're already been together 3 years.
Our marriage. I think for me, our marriage has taught me that there's nothing set in stone, and whatever
Yes.
you're wanting to happen, it
May
just
not
might not
always
be meant
happen the
to
way
happen
you,
in the way
yeah.
that you want it to happen. And you just need to be ready, whether it's good or bad. You just have to be ready, and um,
Willing. What is the hardest challenge we've had to overcome? Ooh,
man,
it's
those.
still a challenge. Co-parenting with the kids.
Yeah.
Um, the other parental figures, other out being staying strong against other outside influences, definitely, because the other parent stays on the outside. So being a neutral ground for the kids has been,
It's hard,
yeah,
especially with the particular parents that you're working with, because it ain't just one parent that you're co-parenting
you
with.
know,
It's that parent's parent.
the village is not always on the same page. If that makes sense, because it takes more than one person to do it. Because we both work, we both have jobs to do in between. We still have to run a household, pay bills, put gas in the car, and then we still have to be emotionally available for each other, and then emotionally available
For
for
the
the
kids,
kids.
and they
So
emotional. These kids are emotional.
yeah,
Like, and
I think they took the divorce well, but
I think they did. But I think the only reason why
afterwards,
I think they took and I could just be reaching
well, you're
here.
on the outside looking in, so
Yeah, well, I just really think that it's because of how we handle it.
yeah,
I think that really matters and counts.
it made the
Cause
transition a little
yeah,
easier for them.
it wasn't a forced transition. Uh, it's not like we dogged the other parent out, or we
Definitely
didn't
not.
make anything. Cause if it was, if we're being honest, it was the other way around. The other set of villages that had something to do with the whole situation where was really making it hard.
Yeah, and I
Um,
think for me that was a big part of getting getting to a point of saying, okay, this is bothering me and I need help. And he was really helpful at that. Being there, being supportive, giving his opinion, and not forcing it on me, but saying, hey, maybe we should try this option, or maybe we should try that, or hey, this is an option, or you don't have to accept that, or helping me really find my no, or put my footing down and being able to say, we ain't gonna do that, and this is what we're gonna do.
yeah, she kind of did the same for me as well. Can't say my divorce was even easier, even though mine was finalized afterwards. But we still pretty much had issues,
Yeah.
and I want to say the better term, or just a description of
Okay. Yeah.
what we do is and I just lost it just that quick.
We're very grateful to each other. We find ourselves saying thank you to each other a lot because we're like, and
Ah,
maybe it's not coming from a good place at all times, but we're appreciative of the fact that, hey, you're not like my last partner. You allow me my space to be myself. You allow me my space to be human, and you allow me to be new and embracing with you.
yeah, cause that I tell everybody, about the castle.
He talks about me to everybody he sees. Everybody
Hey,
knows me, even without knowing me. Ah,
you helped me make a sand castle for the first time, shorty.
oh,
You know what I'm saying? So
oh my God.
it's
We here, we ace coon boom.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, Rick. Oh,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You my dog, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, but it's still something you did on your own. But I'm glad that you're excited about it and it was a part of. I think that's probably the most blissful moment, most blissful moment of the marriage thus far is him being able to go to the beach for the first time and actually enjoy himself with a wonderful partner, which I'm talking about myself, and just seeing him in like kid mode, relaxed himself, and just able to let go and be good with
Man,
whatever was going on.
because it's
It made me happy to say, dang, I have helped create this moment of space and time that he didn't feel like he could ever get or attain, and now he's actually living it out, and I'm excited to be excited with him in that moment.
I think the accountability that we hold for each other
Oh
is
yeah, we hold
special.
it tight, whether we like it
It
or
or
not.
not, yeah, I think that is a special bond, good or bad.
Yeah,
Um,
individually, we definitely hold each other accountable for the good, the bad, and the ugly. If it's
and
wrong, you just wrong. If it's right, you just right. And we don't chalk up or tally up. Oh, you did this to me last week,
yeah,
and now you do treat me good this week. No, we strive to do good by each other every single day.
a thing that I can tell, um, regardless if you're a woman or man, just who's ever doing this, should both partners should, but having the notion that your person is always going to be different when you wake up the next day.
Right.
Um,
Experiences change
yeah,
us from
experience
day to
change.
moment to moment.
Yep,
I could go to the grocery store and something horrific can happen, and I could come
it's
back and be
changed for the for the rest of the
devastated
day.
for the rest of the day, or even every time I go to the grocery store, I could develop a sense of anxiety.
Yes.
But I have to be able to talk about that with my partner, and my partner has to be receptive to listen and understand why I feel whatever way I feel, you know. And
Oh,
I think we do pretty good with that.
um, I also can say that this marriage relationship
Partnership.
has opened so many crazy views of other people that it's funny how when you find two people happy, there's
Yeah.
a group of folks that don't too much care for
They
that.
can't be that happy. It ain't that
Yeah.
blissful.
Or are they talking
Y'all don't
for
get
the
tired of being around each other all the time? No.
you're looking for your downfall, trying to make your downfall.
I feel
Uh,
like, okay, yeah, it's cool to have you a long time. But I don't know. The next moment, he could walk in the house and pass out. And that could be the end of it. So why not spend every moment you can with your partner? Why not take advantage of all that life has to offer with someone who wants to do the same with you?
yeah, again, that person can be opposite to you, but at some point you still gotta have something in
Similarities,
common,
yeah.
or you gotta be heading in the same direction. Maybe not the same goal,
Or
but
willing to grow with each other.
yes, that's too. That is like one of I think the difficult things that people cause on themselves of the
You've changed. You're not the same anymore.
yeah,
And if you don't want to do so and so song with me, then you might as well just go ahead and leave. Or
yeah.
if not, I'm leaving. Now you're acting like a selfish child with a temper tantrum.
But I think another thing for me is someone was telling me, you know, happy wife, happy life type thing.
Happy house, happy spouse, happy house.
That may sound better than just happy wife, happy life, because just because your wife happy, that still don't mean it's just a happy life, because that person said that, and then I talked to someone yesterday, and it's like I've been married for 2 years, and um, I'm out doing wifely duty now. Man, I just didn't expect this. It's something. It's a thing I'm learning and stuff. But
Gender roles in a relationship are like trash. They
yeah,
throw that out the window.
yeah.
I have said it before, and I strongly feel, who cares who takes out the trash? If you were single and staying by yourself, or your partner died tomorrow, you got to take trash out anyway. So
You
get
literally,
over it.
you literally have
What
men
advice would you
waiting.
give to a person who is burning out in the relationship, but the other partner is just not showing that they want to be there for you? Give it a go, give it a try, especially if they're changing and trying. But make sure you let them know, hey, you're gonna have to get me to a point where I can earn your trust and really trust that you are really genuine about it.
Oh, because like to back up what she just said, and the reason why you would probably want to do that is, again, you got to understand that person may have not come from the same place that you came from. So
Everybody experiences things
and
differently.
it took a moment for them to get to where you would want them to be, and you also have to look inside yourself and see if there were anything that you had a shortcoming to as well, because sometimes we have a tendency of putting ourselves on a pedestal in a relationship and looking at everything that the person didn't do.
Oh, they should understand this. They should know
Yeah, they
what's
should
going on with
understand what's
me.
going on. Just because you said
They should
something,
be on the same level I'm on.
they
And
may not, and you can't fault that person to that, to a degree. Now, this person is deliberately not trying to
right.
change to help, not, because um, you have some situations where you may present something and that person just doesn't see that that's valuable for them to change. And that's something that you have to understand. You have to act accordingly to where you may have to step away from a relationship for a brief moment or just period. It's something that you don't want to do, but if that person is just like 10
Try to
toes down, or I don't want this, that's something that I can't see myself doing, just you have to respect that. That's unfortunately. And
genuinely talk it out
yeah,
and make sure that you guys are growing towards an understanding. I'm not gonna say on the same page. I don't like to say on the same page because again, we have different experiences of things, so we'll never
we'll
really
be
be
on
on
the
the
same
same
page.
page.
Yeah,
But we can have
we
a
got to come to the
compromise or
yeah,
understanding of what the relationship is going to be. And also, if you're going to work on a relationship that seems to be burning out and get back into it, you got to set some new boundaries.
Yep.
You got to set a new set of rules going forward to say, hey, this did not work before, but we're gonna make it work this time, and we're gonna put our all into it.
And
And
this
this
is
is
what I
what I
need.
expect.
This is what I expect. This is what I
This is
need.
what I need, and not even. And you know what? Not what I expect. This is what I need.
This is what I need. And again, you have to understand if that person says and say, "Well, I just can't provide that," you have to make the conscious decision for yourself.
Do I want to tolerate,
Mm-hmm.
or
I just need
move
to walk
on
away.
and be happy with my life
It doesn't mean that
elsewhere?
you don't love that person anymore or you never have. It's just not working. And it's okay. I think the world makes it such a taboo thing when we leave a relationship, and it has to be like in turmoil. People just can't
And I
break up in the
think
sense of saying that
even
ain't
in
working.
leaving, I think you even in that situation where it's burnt out, I think you should still take a moment to say, in the event that we do separate, how is the communication gonna look like going forward, especially if you got kids
Yes.
and you got a good communication in the future. Then you definitely need to say, hey, what would our relationship look like after this? I could, because sometimes you leave somebody and they be like, hey, you can't date nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't finished because they haven't closed that chapter. Make sure you communicate closure in the event that you decide, hey, this isn't gonna work. We just have grown different ways. We have to go our
And again,
separate ways.
and again, you can't control how they feeling. But if the chapter closed for you, the chapter closed for you, and you have that's where the boundary situation comes in too.
All
You have
right,
to
it's over
understand.
for us. I can't go any further in this, and you're just gonna have to accept that. Don't call me. Don't try and communicate with me. And if you do decide that you want to communicate with me, I expect this in order for us to go back into the relationship and be one or whole or any kind of anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um.
I don't know.
Well,
I
I
wish I
think me
had that
kind of
on.
like
I wish I had that on advice for myself while
I
I
was
was
gonna say.
going
I
through my
think that's what
divorce.
I said. That's what happened to us in our,
you
our
know,
previous marriage. We were burnt out. Um. And you can't make someone be something that they don't
right?
want to be, or they just don't see that's gonna help them. And I think that was my issue with my ex, just because I saw what I thought that she could potentially be, and that burnt me out.
Those expectations.
Yeah, dang. And the thing, what was even so hard was this was stuff that she was projecting to me.
Mm.
It was more like,
I can do this, this, and this,
yeah, I got
they're
this
not
idea, I
really
got this,
pulling
and so
through.
I'm like, okay, so maybe if I get
I got a
behind her,
motivated person, a
yeah,
willing
I
person.
get behind her, and it's all this, and
You got your little wheels pumping now.
yeah,
You got your tricycle going,
what?
and then whoop, off the cliff you go.
What? The training wheels pop off. I ain't ready to go with the two wheels, and yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh well, I didn't say that. That's not what I said."
Or they change and go, I don't want to do that no more. I want to do this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So
communicate, 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 communicate.
that's something else that we don't do at the very beginning of a relationship. It really doesn't take you long to figure out if this person is feasible in being in a good relationship. Yeah, the notion of getting married or making it official may take long, but I've said this before in a lot of my posts and on the podcast where, and I know a lot of people have heard this. Men automatically know, and some women, if not a high percentage of women, are starting to realize that I know what I want this man to be for me at this very moment.
And
Either I want
and
a
we
night
ain't
one night
playing.
stand, or I do see this man paying all my bills, but I want to have sex with him. So and not to knock anybody a little hustle, but don't don't sit up here and see this person as a bill payer, and you don't give them any sex, which you shouldn't if you're not trying to be with this person. But then this person tries to have sex with you, and then you just make this person feel so bad. I'm not condoning murder, killing, or disrespect, but
Then they murder people's
you,
egos. And
yeah, you that's what you're pretty much doing to someone's ego, because now a person should not be looking for sex if I can even say
You
that
set
my friendship
expectations.
for you um in a lot of relationships that people have could probably look like that, because before we actually even became intimate, we did a lot of stuff for each other financially
Mm.
without even looking for sex. But then you have some folks that shoot,
Some
hey,
people would look at us like, "You did what?"
yeah, yeah. I was like, again, it wasn't about that.
I think I hadn't even known you very long. What did I do? I took him to the doctor, and I had only known him like a couple of
Days.
weeks
I
a
only
day.
think
It
it
wasn't
was, I
even
only
a
think it
week.
weeks. I think it was a couple of days. I
A
asked you
couple
to
of
take me.
days, and he was like, "Oh, you gonna take me?"
It was the weirdest doctor appointment. I
Yeah,
had to go
sure.
get my wiki.
It was. He went to the urologist.
Had to get the camera set up on the tallywhacker there, and
Oh Lord.
hey, I'm just saying,
And he was like smitten in love then in the moment.
I was drunk. That wasn't me talking. That was
It was anesthesia.
that was the anesthesia.
And for our podcasters listening, we're also live on Instagram. So we have questions coming from there. So we have another question. What about the marriage feeling like just another job? Ooh.
Okay.
Mm. That's a lot to unpack
All right.
if your marriage is feeling like a job.
Okay, so the reality of it
Actually,
it is a job. It is a job. But what we failed at is the job is not exciting anymore. So now we're getting up, and
Mm.
it's almost like that.
The expectation of pay has changed.
Yes. Yep.
It is a job. You do have to wake up and apply for the job each day. You do have to wake up and clock in and say, what can I do to make myself and my partner happy today? I only get that because he references it as clocking in to
You
a
gotta get
new
to go to work.
job to go to work. You
It's
know,
not. It's the same job, but it's a job
provide
I love.
because honestly, marriage we provide service to each
Yes,
other.
it is.
It's just that it's plain and simple, and it's give or take. I have to let him know what services I will or will not accept as
Yes.
well, because even though he may take the trash out every day, because he ain't waking up rubbing my feet, it's an issue for me, and I pick something small as that, um, things such as he get up in the morning, he don't say good morning or acknowledge you or how's your day going today? Hey, do you need help with anything today? Do you need me to take you to work or do you need help with any projects at work or anything? If y'all just getting up, going your separate ways without really talking to each other, communicating, starting that morning off right,
Yeah.
getting that morning huddle in, hey, we're gonna have a great day today, things are gonna go well, we got to do this and this, hey, let's get the kids up and going. And sometimes we get into that routine of clocking in, but not really checking with the manager to see what's
Yeah.
going on.
What's
Because
going
they
on?
both of y'all are managers,
Yeah.
and y'all, as married people, you manage the flow of the house.
Yep.
One can't work without the other.
Yeah. It's actually a partnership in a company, and
This is more so like a job you're not enjoying anymore. But see,
yes,
again, then
again,
you
that's
have to
what happened.
redefine what you expect from the services
You
provided.
have to go to this other and you know what the thing is, you have to know, well, you have to see if this person knows you feel like this too. You
Mm.
can't feel like this inside and then expect for something to
Or
change.
expect them to read your mind and automatically know, well, she really ain't talked to me in a couple of days. Let me see what's wrong.
Because I actually
Some
talked
people
to,
are in tune like that.
because I
They
yeah, I talked to a woman that automatically felt like a man should just know, but she knows now that I don't know what I want, so how the heck he gonna know?
and men can be dense creatures sometimes. They just
Hey.
kind of don't get it.
uh,
No kidding. But it's important to communicate what you expect. So just like I would say my job, I've been there 7 8 years. I feel like I've completed the highest level of completion that can be completed for what I currently have, and so my goal is to go into a new job. So at some point, if I'm going to leave, I need to communicate to my manager that I'm leaving, or I need to communicate to my manager what else can I do to get to another level, or what else can I do to improve where I currently am. And it's the same as waking up in a marriage. Hey, babe,
I was
we've been
just
kind
gonna
of on
say,
this mundane
yeah,
path the last couple of whatever. We're not dating. We're
we're
not
dating.
we're not making love like we used to. We just getting up, taking the kids, going to work, coming home, getting into bed. We're not talking about it. We're not acknowledging how each other feels, and it just does not feel right between us. So we really need to communicate and speak your feelings, and don't be rude with it, and don't wait till you boil
Angry
over
and
with
boil over.
anger, like, oh, he should
Yeah,
have noticed by now. You
yeah.
know,
That's when stuff don't work right.
yeah.
Um,
Been there, done that. Like,
I was finna
whew,
say our previous jobs were pretty much was pretty much that.
my lord.
Um,
You gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
you have to know when it's time to go. Too. I think that's the other thing that we failed at a lot is knowing when to leave. And being
Or
okay with leaving.
like we used to do, calling in the fair fight.
Yes.
The fair fight if we have an issue going on. If something does arise, and hey, I need to make a meeting with management so we can discuss this issue.
But no, again, still with leaving, I think, and I say this a
Still got
lot.
to put in your 2 week notice.
Yeah,
Got to talk
you have to
about it
explain. You just
and
can't
explain why.
unless you're in a situation where a dire situation that you have to just quit
If
and
you're
run.
being physically or
Yeah, that's
verbally,
something totally
verbal
different.
abuse is just as bad,
It is.
and you can't really communicate your way out of that, especially if the other person doesn't feel like they're misusing or saying anything wrong.
Yeah, situations like that, I definitely understand how you can exit without asking or not
And
asking
you
or
might be surprised once you communicate what's wrong or how you're feeling. The partner might be like, "Hey, you know what? I
I
feel the
didn't
same
think
way too."
I feel a certain way about something that you're doing too, and I didn't,
Or
one of
I
our,
responded that way because of how you were acting.
like one of our TikTok friends,
Mm-hmm.
and he was explaining about him and his wife. His wife don't like cussing, and he comes from a family of cussing, and
Mm-hmm.
she wanted him to stop cussing, but he said that's cool too, but I need you to stop talking to me in this certain tone because I feel the same way about that tone when you talk about certain
Mm.
things, and it might not just be cussing on her part, but it's cussing on his part, but that
And what you say
response
is,
is the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah, 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 yeah. It creates a
It's
trigger.
trigger, yes, it is a form of trigger. So whatever's making whatever makes whatever makes one person tired might not be the same for the other person, but there may be something that's making them tired that's the same level. So it kind of evens it out, and you'd be very surprised. But
Until you talk about it.
yeah,
Sure.
I think that's something that we're good at when it comes to that.
Sometimes.
No, what I mean, just
Well,
talking. I
we're
ain't saying
not perfect by
no,
all
but
means, but we
we
definitely be like, hey, look,
yeah.
yesterday was a little rough. I get it, but
Yeah.
you ain't have to say so and so and so da 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 to me, or it kind of bothered me that you said whatever, whatever,
I
or
don't think we could. We was in our previous jobs. I don't think we were able to talk to management in that sense and get that same response because management just already knew.
that yeah, they were right and we were wrong.
Wasn't that person responding to us?
Yeah, we're, we're busy right now. Well, we're pushing 35 minutes,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So again, this evaluation assessment, this is something that's needed in a relationship. Period. And even if it's a friendship,
Oh yes,
um, I
every relationship should be a
nobody
friendship,
talks
and
about again. It's a job. A relationship is a job. If you really want to keep your friendship, you have to check in.
they have evaluations at the job.
Yeah,
At
have
some
an
point, they
evaluation at
gotta
job. You
your
get that.
performance has to be checked too.
Yes, you get that raise and stuff. I get raised my pay.
Huh? That's your normal rate of pay. You better take what you got.
But
What?
you hear my little tune. Doo, 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 doo,
A breaking news.
doo. Yeah.
You
Did they get
perform.
the information in? You already sent it in before the
Oh,
that
Lord.
I got my get my
You
raise.
sent your email.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raise will be assessed at an allotted time between working hours, Monday through Friday, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Oh my goodness, this guy is funny.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's been amazing. Thank you for the questions. I mean, and if this helps someone, then praise God. Hey, that's good. That's part of why we do this and what we're here for. The shenanigans, the help, to help promote and push healthy relationships, healthy communication, um,
our community
find a
needs healing,
solution because we have to change the narrative. We have to make our relationships better for ourselves and for each other.
and the black community as well, because
Mainly the black community.
there's not a great picture when it comes to
Because if
relationships.
a black man and a black woman can come together, I mean, we can do some truly amazing things.
Hmm?
Yay!
You got any before we hang up here? You got anything coming up here, Mrs.?
What do you mean?
Doing anything?
Oh yeah. I am Lisa of Lady Luxury Designs. I create and make jewelry. I will be a vendor at our local Juneteenth event here next Saturday from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. I've got some really dope jewelry. It's very Afrocentric, very cultured, and it's very beautiful and creative, one of a kind. I really don't think you're gonna find these unique designs anywhere else. So I say, come out and shop with me. I do clothing, apparel, home decor, earrings, jewelry, bracelets, waist beads, anklets, you name it, we doing it. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. And I'm tired. I'm whooped. Oh yeah, these are my new faves. Straight out of Africa. And yeah, so if I was looking up and down or I was pausing in this, I was painting. Was working. Always on the clock. Boss wouldn't let me take a break though.
This is fun. What are you talking about? This is fun.
Yeah, I've been doing it all day though. Kind of
Yeah,
tired now.
yeah. We can stop. I guess in
Yeah.
that computer basically told us we need to stop too. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
it's dying.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got the little leaf up there.
No,
So until next time,
Well,
I miss.
whoa,
Oh, whoa, wait, all right.
whoa.
Yeah.
I am going to be on an Atlanta radio station
Oh, yes.
next Saturday, starting next
Yes,
Saturday.
we are
The
podcasting
Mister.
today, but this guy is like on his way to being a radio personality. Yes.
Yeah. So, also, again,
Look out for us. We will be posting information about how to find him or listen to his segment or even the whole station. Like the whole thing is dope. It's really amazing. Black people coming together.
101
changing-
TKO.
It's changing the narrative. It's based out of Atlanta, but you can stream it online. They do have a website, and we'll make sure we post that either down in the comments or wherever when we say it's live. We'll make a whole different post about it. So yeah, you'll be hearing a lot from us.
And also on Facebook, we're gonna be starting my little the Soulful Real Talk.
He's gonna be a busy guy.
So on Wednesday nights, if you're on Facebook, you can find us on our Sofa page. It is the Sofa Real Talk. But yeah, that's it. We didn't even do our little intro at the very beginning. So
oh no.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh yeah. Well, you can edit it for.
No, go on with it.
We're just gonna go right in because we've already dilly-dallied enough. Yeah, we should have given them more. You want to get to them at the end?
Yeah, I normally give it to them at the end anyway.
All right. Until
but
next
see you later,
time.
Instagram.
Bye.